way up, I ain't dropping dynamite. Like that dynamite. Okay, this is getting crazy. Tigers getting cagey. Feeling something new, it's amazing. All the records breaking, history in the making. Feeling something new, it's amazing. You never do, you'll never know. Who cares if anyone's watching? Let them keep talking and talking. Avalanche, start that avalanche. Okay, this is getting crazy. Tigers getting cagey. Feeling something new, it's amazing. All the records breaking, history in the making. Feeling something new, it's amazing. Feeling something new, it's amazing. were made for this. Living in a blacktop jungle, running with a wild-eyed hunger. Everybody try to test you, no shelter from the rain and the thunder. Fighting in a concrete wasteland, watch them while they sink like quicksand. Everybody try to shake you, and they could come and try, you don't give a damn. You're stronger now, can't hold you down, you're breaking out. You were never born to quit, you gotta stand up. You were made for this, keep on throwing rocks and fists, you gotta stand up. You were made for this. Whoa. Stand up. You were made for this. Whoa. Stand up. You were made for this. Standing on the edge of nowhere, you can make them freeze with a cold stare. Everybody try to change you, stand tall, head first into danger. Swinging till you stun the crowd, yeah. Lay 'em out 6 feet underground, yeah. Everybody try to hold you, ready to brawl, foul mob, never kosher. But you're stronger now, I can't hold you down, you're breaking out. Because you were never born to quit, you gotta stand up. You were made for this.
Alright. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Thomas College. I'm your host tonight, Sami Nami, and we are here for some Overwatch. Tonight, it's going to be Thomas College versus Williamson College. Both sides are going to be setting themselves on up here at Antarctica. Here, we're going to be starting out in the open laboratories here. Going to be wishing each side good luck. We're going to have Thomas College on Team Blue, while Williamson is on Team Red. Looking at this fight going on in here, taking the eyes of Cobras. Let's see what they can do against the Terriers here. Terriers, on the other hand, are going to be making their rotation around to the high ground to start, led by Aquilian themselves. Going to be looking to see if they can get some initial damage going, and they seem to be doing quite well trading blows here. It's all going to be about this next engagement. Keep an eye out on the Genji. Is Mike's. It's going to be ready to dive in to provide some extra support here to go in with it. But unfortunately, the rest of his team has fallen into the backline. They've just been overran by the brutal brawl that we see coming out from the Terriers themselves. Ripping and shredding through the opposition there. We're going to have to see some change up to the strategy on the side of Williamson as we swap over to the Sigma as well as the Hanzo. We're keeping the Kiriko and Lucio on Williamson's side, but we're going to have to find some picks here if they're looking to get these engagements going. Right now you're seeing a lot of poke coming out from either side, but nothing really too concrete pushing in. As I say that, we're going to start seeing a media rush towards the point, but they're going to be met head first with Aquilian at the forefront of it all. Annihilation is ready to run with, and they're doing a great deal of damage here. Unfortunately for the side of Williamson, they're going to have to regroup after that team kill. Now, let's give some credit where credit's due. We will be seeing the copy as well as B-Drop ready to go for the side of Williamson, while Thomas College only has Annihilation. They are coming out on their own B-Drop, but it's not quite available yet. This is all about strategy here, especially when you're playing around these corners. Gonna be seeing the engagement here on the right side. Big plays here if you can get an initial pick. Now gonna be seeing the Kitsune rush go on in. Hits a beautiful walk with Reaper going on in with the engagement. Just has to get this step awesome. Here it goes! Able to deal a little bit of damage to start looking to get that finisher there, and does find it indeed. Able to get the points swapped here at 79%. A great comeback there, but now it's up to Williamson to hold out through it all. Do they have the ability to do so? I'm not too sure, especially when you got to watch out for Pranksters here, who has the flank. They did just get spotted here by the Kiriko, so now the art of surprise is long since passed. Great deal of damage to go in there, but that B-Drop is still waiting and brewing here. Going to be ready for this engagement as they're going to be making their way on in. Here comes in with the gravitational flux, able to get the slam down, and now met with the trade here. Looking for some additional damage there. Beautiful shots from the Hunter, looking to once, the twice, looking to get the finisher there, just missing its shot, unfortunately for them. Well, watch this, Prankster on the flank, able to get Mike. They're looking for some more hunting, but hunting's not good this season. Aquilian does get some additional damage here, just running through the backline, able to take out those supports. That's both of them down. Tank has to retreat here as the point gets flipped once more. Up to 80% and counting. And we're going to have to see something big coming out here from Williamson if they're going to try to hope to bring this on back. Dragons are going to be huge here if they can get it in this. Even just a single kill to initiate. So close to having it, but so far going to be pushed right into the Death Blossom there, which is able to find the triple. That one's going to Thomas. With round one concluded there, we're going to be heading into round two.
1-0. Ready for battle.
Now we are at the ice rig here. As we make our way through the spawn, we're about to see something quite massive here. This ship has run aground into the ice, and our point of control is at the center of the comm node here, located right in front of the main terminal. Both sides are going to be trying to fight around these corners while using the internal cover for health and pushing. Now we do see an aggressive switch up here with Bastion Symmetra on the side of Williamson. It's going to be real interesting here for them going on into this. And if I'm correct, Williamson are the cows. Interesting. So the cows versus the terriers. One's going to hurt the other. Going to be seeing a great deal of damage to start up against them, but Sky Venom is putting down quite a bit of damage here. The point is opened up now, and we're going to be seeing a big engagement go forth, but Prankster is going to be the one to first find some damage. Now going to be trying to meet them with the frontline push, but the backline has been taken out once again by Queen. That's a triple kill there. They're trying to get the Reaper, and they do successfully get it in time. It feels like the Terriers are just continuously pushing in and not really being able to get stopped here by the side of Williamson. Thomas College is looking very, very strong here. Now we will be swapping over to, or already having the BAP, I should say, from the side of Williamson, and they will actually get off the Reaper to switch it up with Soldier. Soldier's going to be one of those more nimble DPS, but your aim is key here, especially running around the sides. This is going to be a great engagement from the far left here to really put on some pressure, but you're really hoping to get this Coalescence on off to keep up the team. That's a double boot off the side of Jay Gibby there. He gets it done again with 2 out of the fight immediately here. Even with the annihilation, I don't think it's enough. Jay Gibby's going to be trying to run his way on through, looking for another brew, but not going to be able to get it. They deal just enough damage to get this elimination here. Moore trying their best to get out of the way. Wise Spoon has been able to successfully escape. Bastion trying to keep themselves up here. And it does seem Valkyrie has made a critical mistake falling off the map. They're going to be down their main support here, even with Jay Gibby moving them around. They got great rotation, great speed, and now we're going to be hearing the artillery barrage coming on in. Watch out, backline, here it comes! 1, 2, and 3. Just missing Jay Gibby there. Does vet about half damage, and now it's all about the damage dealt. Able to get the first and second. Now they're looking for more. This window is going to be able to provide a great amount of pressure here, just as they turn the point. This puts it at 88-8. It's looking very good for Thomas College here. In comparison, Williamson needs to work hard to get their Coalescence and Tactical Visor online. Going to be going on the far flank here. Will Mike have an angle against them? That's hard to say, especially looking at this engagement here. You do see a great grenade coming out from the Bash and Sky Venom, but now you got to watch yourselves. Who else other than Prankster is trying to challenge it, gets punished, and now it's going to be Coalescence to be met. Coalescence will be met with the other as Annihilation is put into effect. Reaper Death Blossom also used, but they're not able to keep up Rapid Cringe. That is not what you want from your team there. You need to be able to get people alive. First, the second, Sky Vandal brings it back! Through the thick and thin, 2 hit points in a dream. Annihilation is available and Soldier with the heals. They're doing their job and clocking in their time to get this point secured. What should have been a done deal was not in the end here. And you're seeing, not only did they use less ults, they have 3 in the bank. Using the first now, and that's going to be a huge amount of damage. That's the Moira gone. Valkyrie's down and out. Rapid Cringe gets traded, and now Soldier's on a rampage, but they get shut down by pranksters here. It's just 3-2-2, but watch out. Annihilation into effect. You lose a Aquilian there. Now they're looking to hunt down the Reaper. Reaper's able to get out of the zone just in time to wear down the clock. They're looking to see if they can speed their guys away. Far and out here, the clock's a ticking, 5% remaining. Within these next 3 seconds, they got to get on point. They're able to make a touch initially, and it goes into overtime here. Now they're able to get that second there, but the odds are against them. Williamson's able to bring it back from the brink and take round number 2.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
Excuse me for the pause, just had to get a quick little drink in me. Quench thy thirst. Anyway, now heading into round number 3 here. We are seeing a bit through the map there, a little bit of clipping. That's a bit of a bug. Thanks, Overwatch. Here in the subterranean levels, you're going to be seeing a fight for both the high ground and the low ground, but down on the ground is where the point is located. So while high ground is very important, to get the vantage, you're going to have a lot more pressure pushing on in. Valkyrie's going to start this initiation with a damage orb going on in. Going to be met here with Rapid Cringe, keeping the team alive. They're going to be starting to make their rotation into this high ground here as they stick it onto Aquilian first. Jacoby going to be trying to push him out into the Immortality, able to deal a great amount of damage there and sticking with the team to stay alive, but taking way too much damage for their own good. Now take a look at Bastion here, trying to lay down the law, putting on a lot of pressure. I don't think Aquilian lives through this. No siree, but they're able to trade on back. That's a triple kill there against Williamson. Williamson does not have the ability to stay alive here unless they could get Valkyrie. Then that would be the chance, but not even at that could they do it. It's up to Bastion. Bastion's able to get the first, looking for the second, but has to play it very safe. They cannot get out in time as Jacoby gets the elimination. Now it's going to have to be a regroup from either side here, especially having lost your Moira. You have to be able to make sure that you can get into a position before your opponents can regroup. They do swap over to the Orisa, an interesting pick here, I do say so. And now we're going to be looking for this engagement on high ground yet again. On either side, really afraid of one another, but you're going to be seeing a lot of this pressure. You're seeing the Orisa trying to keep some space, but it's not looking too hot. The window is able to help find a pick to start for them, and J. Gibby's getting recklessly aggressive here. Coming around the side there, doing some additional damage. What's this? You're about to see some artillery barrage coming on in here, able to stick the Reaper, which gives them the elimination. Aquilian falls suit. Points now going to be turned over here at 53% in county, or just short of. With Moira trying to get the hardcore parkour on the way to the high ground there, but just missing it once, twice, third time's the charm, but I wouldn't recommend it going into this.
Is within my reach.
No, Moira, do not do it again. They're thinking about it. Just always thinking about the next move here. Going in with the coalescence there for the engagement here. We're now going to be seeing an aggressive push-up from the Orisa to try to make sure they can help stop this point. That's going to be Mike finding that first pick there, which gives them the initiation they need to start following up on the next. Does J. Gibby fall? No. Gets out alive with the skin of their teeth there. Azukita has to play it very safe as the Reaper. They're taking a great deal of damage. Getting caught on now in the open is going to be Aquilian there as the Orisa is going to start making their push on in. We're going to be seeing Thomas College playing it very passive. They don't want to be up too close to get taken on down. Going to have to be playing it smart and professional here going into this engagement in order to make sure that they can stay on top. You do see 3 ults ready in the bank for the side of Thomas. That nade just missing them by a direct margin. Going to be seeing the push in now. Sky Venom's taking a bit of damage, but you got to look out for the Orisa. Orisa's going to deal damage, and now pushing in. It's going to be a Wukoyan that falls with eyes. Mike following it on up. They're trying to get rid of this. Ramacha, they're able to do it successfully so, and that's going to be a complete team kill there. Thomas College is struggling here. They had it in the first round, but they are losing in the second, and now this third is even more dire. No ults to be used quite yet, but you are about to see an artillery barrage coming on in. Does it hit? It's Mark? No! Trying to go for the supports here. Has one more shot. There it goes! Just missing Gibby. Gibby takes a great deal of damage. Could die here, but stays alive just long enough. You're going to have to see this push to a point. They can't be playing for high ground anymore the way they do. Now going to be activating the tactical visor, trying to stay alive on the high ground, but taking way too much damage for their own good. Going to get caught in the open, but just gets lucky there. Has to really run away. Pranksters, keep yourself moving. The point did turn through that entire engagement there, and now they're going to start to be making their push on down. Jay Gibby playing out way too far into the open there, and now Prankster's going to have to fall back as well. Death Blossom's going to be a big engagement going into this. Here they come. Going to probably be running it in to get some extra damage going. Here it goes, but shut down immediately. Javelin to the head. Beat drop has been activated here, but Jay Gibby was just too far away for it to be any sort of effective. He needs to get on point, but he has been pushed around into a corner. This one's going to Williamson. We're going to be hitting a quick break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I'll do the work one step ahead, never reverse. Blessed and I'm cursed, that's right, 'cause I put in the time, I put in the time. Sunset, sunrise, I did it again. Can't satisfy hunger inside to thrive. I put in the time. Like a fine wine, I put in the time. Every day more beautiful than the one I left behind. Ain't got time to sit and cry. Gonna fall before I fly, but don't rise. Give me the whole damn elephant in one bite. License to hunt and kill, yeah, this is your invite. You keeping up with me, you're 9 to 5, that sounds nice. I'm 10 to 10 while you sleep, I run the whole night. I put in the time, I do the work, one step ahead, never reverse. Blessed and I'm cursed, that's right, 'cause I put in the time, I put in the time. Sunset, sunrise, I did it again. Can't satisfy hunger inside to thrive. I put in the time. Move a mountain, gotta do the work. You wanna move a mountain, then you gotta get into some dirt. Push through the pain and hurt, don't let it break you first now. You trying to ride a rocket straight through the sun. Gonna burn, baby, burn. Too green, too young. Gotta put in the diamond sweat and carry that cross. Have you been to hell and back? Do you know just what it costs? I put in the time, I do the work. One step ahead, never reverse. Blessed and I'm cursed, that's right, 'cause I put in the time, I put in the time. Sunset, sunrise, I did it again. Can't compromise this drive inside to
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome on here as we are heading into an escort mission. Their job is to get it from point A to point B. Whoever gets it the farthest wins the map. Here in the second map, you're going to be seeing Thomas College starting on the defense while Williamson will be on the attack. Now there's some tricks about this here on Route 66. You're going to be awarded time per checkpoint obtained. Each checkpoint is going to be met with one of these doors at the end. The first door will grant 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The second will grant 1 minute 30. Their goal is to get it all the way to its final destination here in the Deadlock's gang's hideout. Will they be able to accomplish it? Let's find out here. Moving their way on over to the point. We're going to be seeing a quick setup here going on through. Purpose is to get on this objective and be ready for some action. Going to be blocking that initial damage there from Sky Venom. But you really got to be careful about Widow. Mike will be able to find that first shot onto Valkyrie there. That is not what you want to have happen, especially on the defense. You can't afford to lose people that quickly. Torb is going to be hit quite a bit. Prankster is a bit more tanky compared to other DPS, especially as a Torbjorn with armor, which helps reduce the damage you take in. Going to be finding the rock there, just able to hit all its marks beautifully. So they're looking to see if they can shut down that Widow. They do so, in fact. Valkyrie able to get their revenge on getting taken down initially. However, this point has still continued its march. Orisa is taking quite a bit of damage here. It is now going to be forced back off the point. Now going to be swapping over to the Sombra here. Not surprising though, Lessa Sombra is a very, very effective hero in this meta currently, as they're able to get great amount of damage off their hacks, viruses, and so on. You are going to be seeing Jay Gibby forced on back there by everyone else. They do get the pick on the Torbjorn, and now they're actually on the hunt. Jay Gibby is not in a place for life here. Rock hits beautifully as Valkyrie's able to follow it on up with a first, second, and third shot. Able to spot the Echo. Will we see a fourth? Yes, sir. That's 4 railguns in a row, securing those kills there. Jay Gibby did get eliminated there, so will be coming back from spawn due to Sky Venom being on the hunt. But now you're going to have to be ready for these engagements. We do see a swap over to Soldier 76 here, but I'm not sure this is the choice that should have been made, especially going into Widow sightlines. Something that's effective should try to be utilized as long as possible, but there is only 2 minutes left in this first round. So the attackers here have to start working a plan, an engagement, some sort of positioning that will give them the recipe of success here. All going to be about this high ground control. Winston's going to be initiating immediately, but the one to save it is going to be Aquilian with the first, second, and hunting for the third pick here, as they were able to get a beautiful gravitational flux to follow it on up. That will be the third, as mentioned, through this team kill. 1 minute 23 seconds left, and now we're going to be seeing some ults getting pushed on in. Only one available is going to be Sky Venom, as they have not swapped at all this game. This is not great if you're on the side of Williamson. The cows here are really going to have to be working hard with this copy in order to get some value. And you got to watch out, as this Baptiste has amplification matrix to push in with. Trying to keep pranksters alive, does so successfully, and takes out the Zen, which means no transcendence to help save the team from any sort of ult. Going to be seeing the swap to Sojourn here with the copy ability in effect. Mercy's doing a great job keeping the team alive and swapping to either side, but the cart is only halfway to its final destination here on the first point. This means there is plenty of time for recapture here, as Jay Gibby has Transcendence and Prankster has the Molten Core. It's going to be a Floor is Lava game with cheat codes on for Zen, but instead of engaging this, they say we're not going to push in, we're going to sit on back and make sure we can handle this next fight. They were granted 3 minutes to work with here. So now we're going to be seeing something coming on out from the side of Williamson here, taking a great deal of damage, able to keep up the team despite that engagement there. Things are looking a little dicey if you ask me. Now going to be playing it on back. Let's take a look at Jay Gibby, the Zenyatta for the side of Thomas College. Zenyatta is a huge DPS in the disguise of a support role here, doing some passive healing with one of the best ults in the game, while at the same time dealing the greatest amount of damage possible in the game. You're going to be seeing that Transcendence coming out, trying to save people, helping defy the damage of 50 hits per swing there that would have come out from the Winston. Okoye trying desperately to stay alive. I don't think they can, especially against that sort of pressure. Gonna have to be forced to back off there. Prankster is gonna be staying alive out in the open, but question is for how long, especially getting pushed in like this. Gonna have to stay it on back. Jacoby really trying his luck, pushing up against them. Able to heal up real fast thanks to the double time ability of self-heal and healer passive. Gonna have to see some push up here, especially with Cobras holding this high ground. The swap is over to the D.Va, so there's a Discord on Winston and D.Va in your face. That is not what you want to have to deal with. Copy has been activated here by the Echo. They have to get this D-Mac immediately going. Overloaded has been activated, but it's not really finding any values here. Instead, it's going to be shut on down here against the Genji Blade. Doesn't get some additional damage, but gets punished for the over-aggressive setup. You are seeing that they're on the complete flank, but not being stopped. Now going to have a push in here from the D.Va, trying to find the supports. They're able to do a bit of damage, but definitely not enough where it's needed. However, it does not matter, as Prankster is able to get the trade despite losing Jay Gibby there. Now it's going to be followed up by Valkyrie, who's trying to get some additional damage onto this Winston. Can they get the shot? No, sirree. But D.Va's going to be following it on up, looking for the Echo. It comes down to 30 seconds remaining, folks, and you're about to engage this fight with 2 ults for the side of Williamson. As for Thomas College, they have 1 in the bank and 2 on deck. Let's see what they can work with here. Going on into this point in 3, 2, 1. Here they go. Now making their push on in here. You're going to be seeing the window being activated and following it on up with the Genji here on the high ground, trying to deal a bit of extra damage. Looking for that initial pick. They only have 5 seconds remaining. Who's going to be able to get on point? Will anybody be able to get on point? They do get on point in time. That's going to be the Genji who does it with bomb coming on out here. Let's take a look. Does it find its value? No, sirree. Unfortunately not, as it was only able to zone people, but was not enough to really get them off the point. This one's going to Williamson yet again, as a minute 30 is granted. Now going to be hunting to see what else they can find here. A minute 30 and a big dive coming out from the Genji here, being pocketed by the Mercy here. The Weisspoon is doing a great job of just supporting this Genji so that way they can play as aggressively as possible without any worries. If I was a Genji in this situation, I'd be a little more conscious of my positioning, but this guy, not feeling the fear of God whatsoever. Going to be seeing the push in there from the D.Va, gets pushed on back by Echo and the rest, able to stay alive just through thick and thin there thanks to the immortality field. Now going to be swapping over to the D.Va. Copy. If they can get bombed, they can just send it on into the back line. And here comes the Blade. Going to be rushing it on in immediately, trying its best to get some slices, but not going to be finding a bomb. Comes on out, not able to get the remake as they were wishing. Cart is still progressing without anyone to stop them. They're going to have to really make sure they get a push out here coming through this bomb. That's going to be Valkyrie down, and ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't look like everybody's to get on point in time. Round number 1 is completed. Williamson completes their objective with 22 seconds remaining.
3. Switching sides.
So what does this mean if you're Williamson versus Thomas College? Well, it's actually quite simple, believe it or not. For Williamson, this means in the event where you reach overtime, you are granted an additional minute should the opposing side capture all 3 checkpoints. As for the case, if both sides have time left on the clock, if they're both under a minute, they're both granted a minute with the difference of whoever has more time in their bank. In such a case, we would be saying Thomas College will gain less, 22 seconds less, potentially in comparison with the overtime capture versus regular capture, which could range anywhere from 1 to 21 seconds. It really comes down to just timing. Milliseconds also play a key part as well. Now you're going to be seeing on the attack here is going to be Thomas College with a very righteous defense here.
Oh, there's another one. What delightful creatures.
And it seems Sigma's having a bit of a episode again. Ahem. Just more lore in the Overwatch world, of course. Nonetheless, back into the game here we go. Prankster's going to be helping lead the charge here on point. And going to be making this turn around the corner with Aquilian to base first. Being able to scout out what there is before making an engagement. It's going to have all those Helix rockets eaten up by the Vortex, which means no damage for you, sir. Rock blocked. And that means no stuns today. They're trying to make sure they gauge each other while also building their ults. You're going to be seeing an immediate retreat off of high ground onto the point here. An interesting playstyle from the side of Williamson, but one that I would not sneer at. As being able to stop any sort of push, especially around this corner, is going to be very important. Given the situation where you have not gotten any sort of picks against Thomas College. Rock goes on out here. We're going to be seeing a pushback against Thomas. Thomas is forced out from holding this point. We're trying to stay alive. They're still on the hunt here. Just missing Valkyrie there, but they still follow it up on the kill. Things were not looking pretty there for Thomas College. They're going to have to try something different. Going to be seeing Prankster swap over to the Hanzo. Hanzo can build out very fast. The Dragons can go on in and deal a great amount of damage, as unless you eat the arrow as Sig or stop it some way somehow, there is no way for you to do it. There's no way for you to stop the damage that will be coming in, as it's just nearly impossible. It goes through walls and features alike. Going to be seeing Rock to point blank out in front, but Sky Venom deals the damage needed there. Speaking of damage, he's looking for some more here on the high ground. They could find it here, turning the corner. Gravitational Flux going to be ready to work with here, as you're going to be coming around the side. Just missing that sonar arrow. Hanzo's going to have to find a beautiful headshot coming around the side. Just hits the shoulder, so not going to really be able to find an engaging pick. Going to be seeing a lot of ults built up here from the side of Thomas College. It's all going to be about mitigation and engagement going into this. Going to be seeing the Kasune rush to start here. Going to be the Sig ult coming on out. Misses its mark, and it's done a great deal of damage here, as both ults have been activated by the side of Williamson. They're continuing their engagement here and finding the picks on through. Mercy keeping up their team through the thick and thin and point blank shots as well. Very admirable. But for the side of Thomas College here, they did use 2 ults actually. Both support ults, so they don't have anything to really back themselves up. It's going to really come up to the overclock and the gravitational flux from the side of the Terriers. If they could build up the Dragons, great, but it's not very likely here. Also looking for some headshots where possible. Could be trying to hunt this Mercy here. Gravitational Flux is in effect. They're looking to shut down the Sig, but they can't in time. In fact, Bastion stays alive and is utilizing the window. Now Artillery Barrage is in. It's hitting its marks. Does not find a kill quite yet. Here comes the last one. Just misses. But the damage and scattering has been dealt. You're seeing Thomas College in a world of hurt, as Mike is able to find that first. Dragon goes on in. Sky Venom's feeling the hurt, but only down to half damage there. Mike able to find a second and looking for the third. He's hungry for more. Able to get that rock going there. A beautiful shot. Finds the third. Wants it. And it's going to be up to Sig to make this touch, but Sig cannot run around in time to do so. This one again is going to Williamson. My, oh my. We just saw something amazing there. What I would dare to say was not to happen did. A chance to hold him on first did not come to pass, and if anything, they were able to bring it back around and still put time on the board. with Mike in the forefront there to help find the kills, they were able to come out victorious. We're going to be heading over to a short break yet again. We'll see you guys in a moment. Excuse me, goodness gracious. Just had something in my throat. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. Welcome to Survasa. Here, located in the heart of India, we are playing on Flashpoint here. Flashpoint is unique in that it's similar to the King of the Hill you saw at the very beginning of the match, but there's 5 separate points on the map. Where we first came from was the ruins, next to it is Temple, in front of us is the market, to the left, the gardens, and to the right, the palace. Whoever is able to get the first 3 out of the 5 is going to win the map, and in this case, potentially the entire series tonight, as Williamson has already won 2 of the 3 required wins in this best of 5 series. If they can shut out Thomas here, they're going to be looking very strong going into tomorrow's match. Let's see what we have to engage here as both sides are ready to brawl it on out. We're going to be seeing this engagement here coming fast and hard. No side swaps are going to be having here at still Thomas College on Team Blue, while Williamson on Team Red. They're going to meet each other in the center, and the fight is on. Genji is going immediately on into their backline, looking for some damage here while playing it far and away. While from the other side, you're going to be seeing a push up here from the side of the Terriers. They're doing a great amount of damage. They were able to get the first, and now they're looking for the second, able to get that third there. The tank is on down. They're able to get the Genji. Baptiste needs to run now, but he can't get out in time. The point turns over for the first time over to Thomas. A little bit of tidbit I did forget to mention to you all. The other strange thing about Flashpoint is that the capture rate is twice as fast as a normal King of the Hill. You're going to be seeing Prankster having to back on up as they do not want to be close quarters, especially against this team engagement there. Very close to losing your head. Better watch it turn around this corner, especially with Hanzo like Mike coming around. Has to hit his shots smart and beautiful if he's going to be finding the value. Just has to get into the immortality field, but cannot in time as Valkyrie's able to find the pickup. Jacob is aggressively pushing in and setting this team up for this setup of a push. But they do have the trade-off there. Bastion now in turret form and looking for some damage with the window. Does spot Jacob, who's able to make the escape, but it's going to really cost you coming around the side. It's up to 80% and counting. They have a mere 15 seconds remaining to get on point here, and it's not looking good. You're going to be seeing a push in with 3 seconds remaining, and they're able to get on. We're going to see Death Blossom find the first, second, and third pick with the follow-up of Annihilation and Helix Rockets. The point turns over, and we're headed to the next.
Secure.
Now making their way over to the temple here, located inside a beautiful historical architecture. This serene masterpiece is going to be finding a fight in it. A bloodbath has yet to take. And now it's a frontal engagement here. Coming around the side into this room here. Going to be seeing the follow-up with the pulls and the Bastion ult to follow suit. That's Jay Gibby followed by Valkyrie. Both supports are down here, and it's going to be a quick engagement onto this point as Zukita has to stay alive but cannot in time. This one's going over to Williamson for the initial capture. Now, as mentioned, whoever gets capture first is going to have a real easier time building up completion of the point. There's less fights. I dare say only 2 to 3 fights as a team ever take place per point. If the side does not, if the capture of the point does not swap. Now going to be seeing the engagement here from McQueen, trying to get some damage into the backline, but gets hindered and loses the ability to use any abilities for mere moments. Now getting pushed on up here with the follow-up of Window. Gets grouped on in by Aquarium, but they're going to get shooting down the window visor there with the follow-up on the nade and trying to get it onto the Reaper. This is madness, I tell you! They get the trade there, but at what cost? There's only one last chance to touch here on point, and Soldier's going to have to do it. Running around out of spawn here, has a mere 10 seconds to make their way back on in. There's not enough time left to really dilly-dally from the flanks here. Now it's going to be looking at Diva to get on touch. 2 seconds remaining. Will they get on? Yes, sirree. They are able to get it just in time as needed. They do trade off one healer for one DPS, however. So now it's anyone's game. Whoever gets more will be victorious here. And Coin does get Rapid Cringe. That's a huge pick, but not more than even this Coalescence and Nade follow-up here. The Coalescence does its damage, and point number 2 goes to Williamson. It's tied 1-1.
Next, Flashpoint Garden.
As mentioned before, we are headed over to the nice and serene garden here mentioned earlier. And it's quite an open point, I must say. The only coverage you have are these 2 sidewalls and the back. It's a very, very on the point kind of fight. Very close quarters, am I to add. So the only way for either side to really engage this is that they're going to be utilizing these steps and this square tree garden when pushing on in. We do see that we are still keeping the Diva here from the side of Thomas College. I'm not sure if this is the engagement you want to be seeing, but it's the one they're going to be using. They're trying to combo with the Orisa yet again, but it misses its shots. All 3 of them, in fact. And now it's the backline that is suffering. Death Blossom is ready to roll, and they're able to trade off the Bastion, but Azukita has to learn from their lessons last time of getting Javelin to the face. They must be careful. No, they did not learn their lesson, and they do get knocked on bad. Orisa might be able to make a living through this, but the point has already turned over to Thomas College. They did a great deal of damage. They're trying to see who they can follow up on. They're able to get them both. Make that 3 of them. The Moira just tried to get back in time just from respawning, but it did not matter. We do see a swap from Sky Venom here. They're off the Bastion and on the Symmetra. I'm not too sure about this strategy. I'm not sure you're going to have enough frontline damage here or pressure as a sim. If you teleport around and are able to be protected for long enough, by all means, but it's not a safe place to be. You're going to be seeing that bomb going on in there. Finds Mike, and now they're going to be rolling around into their backline here. But watch out, Zarya is half to full charge here. Could get a pickoff. They do, in fact. If Zarya stays alive here, that's going to be great for them. But in this case, that's not going to be happening here. And as the point was already past 75%, there was no chance for them to touch in time. Tracer could make an effort here, but it's just too far gone. Now going to be making our way to the next point here. Having taken everything else, we're now headed for the ruins. First one to get on is going to be the Reaper here. Zukita is going to be making their way just around the side here, down these steps, in what would have been an older, more religious temple, is where you'll find the point. They will be destroying very, very crucial architecture here, but it does not matter here. We do see the swap over the Mei, and that's going to be allowing them to get some change-offs here. But the Reaper rush on in with the finds the quadruple kill. That's an immediate team wipe there with a stagger on the Sim. Oh my goodness. Well, Williamson's feeling that one, that's for sure. They did not like that. Being staggered out so much like so, you're not going to be really engaged in this fight as quickly as you wish to. It's all going to be coming down to these ults and pickings. Looking for the wall, does find it, spots the Reaper who's on the retreat. They bring down the wall, and they're looking for the Lucio who is in the backline. Some would say that's a feed, others say that's an engagement. Really, it's all about if you get out alive or not, and in this time, I unfortunately would say that was not as effective as Gibby was hoping for in this case. So now the point will turn over to Williamson, but only after 65%. The turrets are set up here, and Williamson needs this in order to stay alive on this map. If they can, they have a chance at Palace. However, for the side of Thomas College here, if they can take this from them, they will be able to at least have one on the board against them to start. But that's going to be the grab coming on now with the beat drop as well. It's going to be Stimwall also activated here, but the damage has already been done. Everyone has to get off the other side, walled up to try to block it. Only kills the Tsar. Lucky, you might say, but Sky Venom is on a rampage here. There is so much damage, but they get confused off to the side there. Reaper's trying to get them into the backline there. Baptiste is doing their best to get the pick here, but it's not enough. It's now just going to be Thomas College here, who does turn the point back. However, this does allow for another time of re-engagement here, and lo and behold, you're having to deal with a frigid blizzard coming into the fight. This is not looking good for Thomas here, especially if they cannot hold this point. They need to make sure that the Mei does not get around the corner there. They're going to be making their way on in. Stays alive on point for the touch here. And now it's going to be engagements of ults. But no, it's not. Instead, they're actually saving it. They're going to be using Coalescence, and now they invest with the ults here. In the backline, you're going to be seeing the Freezing and Coalescence take out 2. Will there be enough time for a recap? I don't know. It's going to be up to the Diva here. Can they do it? And I'd say nay, as it's already at 86%. The point turns too fast for them to be able to make it in time. We're headed to the last point, ladies and gents, the Palace.
Ruins lost.
Now that we are here, take a look, as we're going to be setting up on high ground with Pranksters, who's the only one with an ult in this entire game at the moment. As for the others, they're going to be making their way around from the far end. This is not well recommended here, but we are going to be seeing rotation now towards the high ground here. Sky Venom is the one lurking and on the scouting. We're going to be seeing them expecting this push here for the Tracer, as it's going to be the Visor activated here. J Gib is going to be trying to make this tracer as they're hunting down the soldier. Soldier does get taken out, but only after too much damage has been dealt. Sorry, you're trying to stay alive, but I think it's time to switch strategies once more. We'll be seeing Grab and Pulse Bomb coming on up, and there's nothing to stop it. However, Pulse Bomb gets opted out of by Sky Venom. I don't think that was the play there to be made. You could have used it immediately, as there is no thing that can help save them from a Pulse Bomb if stuck on a Grab. That was just probably a miscommunication there, unless they're truly believing Bastion can do it all. They also give up Grab. I don't understand what their strategy is here, but they're going to be having to face their consequences as Aquarian is pushing in with a Coalescence here. 50% in counting. Now the window's been activated. Javelin to the face to Azukita once more. You're going to be seeing it's up to 60% now. Williamson needs to push now if they're going to have any sort of chance on taking it back. They're going to be able to live through this here by pushing into Ramatra, who does use Annihilation but does not find any value. This is a great point here for the side of Thomas College because they get it up to 92%. So looking at this here, Williamson cannot afford any sort of mistakes here. For if they do, they lose this map. Going to be seeing this engagement coming on in here, and it's going to be D.Va helping to push on through here. Let's take a look over at Valkyrie. It's going to be helping to keep up the team. If they're not careful, they will be flanked here. It's all going to be about repetition here, going to be making on this engagement. I believe they're just going to try to be comboing here, but they're able to get that immediate DMAC there with Mike on the hunt for the flank here, able to find it, and they're doing wonders, I tell you, wonders indeed. Mike does get punished for their positioning by Gibby, but they're able to make the trade there against Ukita. They do get the mech back. That's going to be a pull-in. Does it find any picks? Yes, sir, it does. It's able to get down Valkyrie, and now they're able to stagger him on out. There's 80% left. There is the final straw here, folks. Jay Gibby is on the run. He's going to have to make this touch here within the next 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and just able to make it in time. But does that amount to much? Who can say here, especially on this initial engagement? Jay Gibby's able to find the first, but now it's going to be into an overclock. Overclock gets shut on down with the Death Blossom activated as well. They're able to hold up all their ults and bring the fight on back. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Thomas College is finally able to bring one into the books. A very close match there indeed. I wasn't sure that they were going to be able to do that, in all honesty there. But they did it. They were able to hold on out long enough and just stay strong. So Thomas College still has a fighting chance. Let's see what happens here after the break. as you were able to hear there, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome on back from the break. There was a very short one indeed. And we are headed to the push map. Welcome to Esperanza. I believe it's located in Spain. Here on this push map, you have your bot. Your bot is named Mike. We'll call him. Mike has an objective: to get it to a checkpoint. Whoever pushes it the farthest wins. But if you get it to the very end, you win the map in general. So it's going to be real big here to have full control of this point. Let's see this engagement here. Coming out from Thomas College here, they're going with their tried and true brawl strategy. Making their push on in here, trying to stay the team alive. It hasn't failed them quite yet. However, their initiations definitely need to be made note of. Going to be looking for an initial engagement here, especially against team who cannot DM all that through the Matrix, which usually nullifies any sort of projectiles coming on in. But the astral punches from the Nemesis form do not amount to anything such as physical blockades, for it is all spiritual in the end. Enough really from me. You're able to see some great gameplay here from Mike, who does get taken out in the end, but not before taking two with them. Almost getting that remake kill there as well. The point will turn over in control of Williamson. The cows are running this herd. Now it's going to be up to the side of Thomas College to position themselves, get some additional damage, build up the ults, and be ready for this next fight. It doesn't matter how many people you have on point. What matters instead is the continuous movement of the bot. As long as you do that, you will be successful on this type of map. Let's see this engagement here as they make their way on in. Watch out from the high ground. You're about to see a Ramatra coming in with the copies. Going in for the immediate punches. Could be finding the annihilation early. Here it comes! Copy annihilation has been activated. Can they keep up Sky Venom? Yes, sirree! This is 2 tanks versus the 1 with the shield still around? You gotta be kidding me. This point is still moving along. It is not stopping at all. And now you're about to see the coalescence be met, but it's already too late. The checkpoint has been obtained. They're going to have to make a win off of this fight here if they're going to be successful. Beat Drop's been activated from either side here, with Sky Venom finding the initial pick. It doesn't look like Thomas College is amounting to much here. However, they do take the point back with them, but unless they get it halfway, they do not take away close spawn from the side of Williamson. And with that, Reaper falls, and that is everybody yet again. My word, you're going to be seeing swap-ups here now with both DP ults ready to roll. It is not looking good for the Terriers here. The Terriers need to try to position themselves for this high ground and apply pressure to the front line together as a unit. Without going off on the flanks, without going to the sidelines, you got to keep it focused, front, center. At the end of the day, your target is one after the other, as Prince is able to find that first. Spoon almost dying, but able to get out just in time themselves. Trying to play a live here, specifically, as they are the main healer for the side of the team. Spawn was given close to one of the players on the side of Williamson, and another copy! You've got to be kidding me! Especially around this side here. Death Blossom's coming on out, and Azaria is still alive. They shut down the Zukita. That Death Blossom finds no value other than canceling the copy there. It is doing just stupendous work. And another team kill is awarded to the side of Williamson. The cows have yet to be stopped. They are trampling the Terriers here. You are going to be seeing the swap over to Torb here. Maybe a change in strategy will work. Dare I say, try something a little faster on the ground. Maybe a bit more crude, like a Reinhardt. But we'll find out here as a double tap to the head. Oh, that's gotta hurt. But Mike's feeling it more, especially after that nade bounces on into their face. Coalescence has been activated here, and they're trying to do some initial damage going on into it. Now going to be following it up here. Prankster does get the kill on Spoon, and more on Sky Venom, but the point has not been taken quite yet. Now being able to turn on over, but Diva will be able to get out alive here. Now coming out from spawn, you will be seeing this is where close spawn is granted to those who meet their first checkpoint. Maintain the high ground here with nothing to worry about. Cobras is really staying on top. Able to take away the cold spawn now, but for how long? Will Williamson be able to bring it on back, or will Thomas College now finally be able to turn things around? Find out here and now, as Grav is going to be ready to roll with. It's been activated, and they're looking to focus down the D.Va. If D.Va can get their mech back, that's going to be great. But watch out, ladies and gents. It's going to be an enemy Zarya in your face. It's a copy from the Echo yet again. Aquarian's able to get the first pick off there, and now they're looking for some more. The grab does hit. I repeat, the grab does hit. And despite what a beautiful push there, they just could not hold out true. That was the grab you needed from the side of Williamson. The grab that wins you that fight and helps you push the bot on back. With 4.5 minutes remaining here, Thomas College is trying everything they can in the book here. They're really locking in and looking to see how can they stop this engagement here. Mix has been dealing a great amount of damage. I should say Mike, excuse me. I said Mids. Nonetheless, Coalescence's been activated here, and now it's looking for some follow-up. The bomb's going! Gone! Finds one! But not before getting taken down themselves. It's a trade blow for blow here. Whoever has more pressure will come out on top, and it looks like it's going to be Williamson yet again! Prankster's going to try to stay alive, but in this situation, it's very unlikely. All they can do is get their turret on up, and you see the swap over the Reinhardt. I'm a Rhine maid myself, so a little bit of bias for it, but nonetheless, it's going to be a fight for the ages here. As with 3.5 minutes remaining, they're going to be playing the regroup here, as the point turns control, but not for long, that's for certain. Overclock is ready to roll, and it's been activated, missing its initial shot, but dealing still a great amount of damage, almost fighting the soldier there. They're pushing in with 2 tanks yet again. I feel like I'm watching Goats all over again. Jay could be forced on back as well as the rest of the team. Ryan is only at 28%. He's not able to build his all as fast as he used to, but he still applies pressure as a sponge tank that absorbs and blocks all. That grab comes on out, but I'm not sure it's finding the value they were looking for. Ladies and gents, they need someone on point here. Moira's going to have to be the one to touch. No, sirree, that's not going to be the case. And it's Williamson that wins the series. That's going to be it from us tonight here at the Thomas College Esports Twitch, but we thank you all for tuning on in, especially with Rapid Cringe fighting the play of the game, moving their way on in and helping initiate their team for each single fight. They were a key player in this map's success. Well, that's going to be it here from us tonight. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!
You got me tied up in knots, strung up like a dog, and I'm all out of luck. Bad business, yeah, you're all the same. Say yes to the money, then you pass the blame. Hey.